Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm very happy to have you here, guys. In today's video, as you can see, I will be sharing my thoughts on some fragrances from Paris Corner that I have been testing lately. I have two fragrances from the Ministry of Gourmand line. I have here Coconut Lagoon, which is this fragrance, and I also have a fragrance that I'm not really sure how you pronounce it. This is Mango, Jugoso, Jugoso, who knows? I don't know the exact pronunciation, but anyways. And I also want to share my thoughts on three other fragrances. I have here a decant of Ibisco Nirvana, a decant of Celestial. This is an inspiration to Hibiscus Mahajad from Maison Crivelli. This Celestial is an inspiration to Ganymede from Marc-Antoine Barrois. And last but not least, I have here a fragrance. That's called Wayward Charlie, and this is an inspiration to a fragrance called Cocaine from Frank Boclet. So yes, I will tell you into this video how these fragrances smell like, what do I think about them, do I enjoy them, who I feel like would enjoy them. So without further ado, let's just start, you guys. If you have tried any of these fragrances, don't hesitate to share your feedback on the fragrances in the comment section. Like I always say, not only that I would love to hear your feedback, but also everyone who's watching this video interested in purchasing any of these 5 fragrances. I'm sure they could really find your feedback very helpful as well. So let's start with the two fragrances from the Ministry of Gourmand line. But you know what, let's just start with Coconut Lagoon. Here are the notes for the fragrance. As always, I've tested these fragrances on my skin multiple times, but for the sake of the video, hold on, I will spray them on paper. So you guys, this fragrance, Coconut Lagoon, for some reason it sounds like a cocktail or a mocktail. I'd say more of a mocktail because I don't pick up anything boozy in this fragrance, but it definitely has a mocktail vibe to it, especially in the opening, and from the opening till the heart. From the heart till the dry down, the scent changes its direction quite a bit. So like the name suggests, you guys, this opens up with coconut. I'd say in the opening, first thing I smell when I smell this fragrance is this crisp, cold, and quite refreshing, freshly squeezed lime juice. It opens up with a citrus overload, but it's lime. I pick up lime with that. Again, very cold, effervescent, crisp type of effect. Yeah, so I pick up the citrus accord, and then in the background, right behind it, I also pick up a beautiful coconutty facet. Now in the opening, the coconut feels sweet and quite creamy dense. So in my mind, it's almost like, I don't know, like coconut puree, coconut cream, something like this. Because like I've mentioned, it does have sweetness in the opening. However, as the fragrance develops, the coconut accord changes, and also the sweet dimension of the fragrance, I feel like it fades away in a way. The sweetness doesn't linger, but in the opening it's the sweetest. It's the most mocktail-like. I love the pairing between such a revigorating, energizing, vibrant citrus accord with the coconut. Yeah, and I feel like these two together, like if I close my eyes and I smell this fragrance, it's almost like, I don't know, I'm somewhere on holiday and I'm enjoying a mocktail with freshly squeezed lime juice, some ice cubes in there, and a little bit of a coconut puree or a coconut cream added there in the mix, and let's just say 1 or 2 mint leaves. Again, I'm not really sure if they have listed the mint accord or not. I do pick it up in the opening, I'd say. It contributes to this cooling mentholated effect this fragrance has. This in the opening feels crisp, it feels cold, quite ozonic at the same time, but has this icy cold facet right behind it. Yeah. While maintaining that creamy coconutty facet with that sweetness, you guys. Now let's say the opening, I find it unisex, leaning a little bit more feminine, but once the fragrance develops, especially from the heart till the dry down, I do think it's a true unisex fragrance. I mean, this is that type of fragrance that you can wear with yourself if you're a woman watching my videos. It's the type of fragrance you can share with your partner, perhaps if he has a taste for these types of citrusy coconutty mocktails in the summertime. But this, all in all, is that type of fragrance that's refreshing, that's airy, that's ozonic, that's cold, that's revigorating in a way. It feels like it cuts through the heat, you know. But surprisingly, as it develops, like I've mentioned, the creamy facet of the coconut accord fades away completely. With that little bit of sweetness that it had, I still pick up a little bit of that freshly squeezed lime juice, let's just say, but of course it goes more and more muted. I do still pick up that minty-like facet that I feel like actually gets a little bit more pronounced. And all in all, the coconut changes. It goes from a coconut cream to a coconut water, so it's much more stretched out in a way, borderline aquatic almost. aquatic and ozonic. This is how I describe it, this fragrance. It's aquatic and it's ozonic, and for some reason from the heart it reminds me of, let's just say, a more unisex, make it feminine, or let's just say all in all unisex interpretation of Acqua di Gio from Giorgio Armani with something from Gourmand from Tiziana Terenzi. At least the inspiration I've tried from Gourmand. It has this airy, breezy quality about it, like I've mentioned, quite ozonic, quite aquatic at the same time. It goes quite refreshing, quite airy, quite bright as well. It loses the body, you know, it just goes more and more light and breezy and airy. And also, like I've mentioned, it loses the sweetness. But all in all, you guys, this fragrance was created for the summertime. To wear something like this in winter, it's almost like you would defeat the purpose of this fragrance. In a way, this fragrance was created to cut through the heat. This fragrance was created on those very hot, humid days, you know, when you want to wear a fragrance that's perhaps a little bit different than your typical citrusy florals, musky floral, but you still want something that's definitely summer appropriate, that won't feel suffocating by any means. And if you love coconut and lime, look into this fragrance. I don't think you will be disappointed. See, I think this DNA is very attractive on a man. Even though I'm not really sure how my partner would feel to wear this fragrance, especially considering the opening. He's the type that prefers those typical masculine, manly man type of fragrances. But I'd say this, don't be scared of the opening, you know, because as a man, I'm talking to the men who are watching this video, don't be scared of the opening, because as the fragrance evolves on your skin, you will lose pretty much the sweetness. And also for the ladies, keep this in mind, if you're a woman and you are purchasing this fragrance so slowly, looking for the sweet dimension of the fragrance, you have it in the opening, but then it goes much more airy, breezy, light, like I've mentioned. Yeah, but it's a beautiful release, you guys. Nothing sharp, nothing flat, nothing alcoholic, nothing screechy. It's a very smooth and overall very well balanced type of blend. Like the citrus is not too harsh, like the coconut is not too much. It doesn't feel by any means synthetic or sharp or abrasive in a way. It's all in all a beautiful, balanced, harmonious blend for the summertime. Now, it's not something I would wear myself, even though I'm intrigued by this fragrance. I keep going to my fragrance collection to smell it. I don't know if I would wear it myself, if I'm being very honest, because yeah, I prefer sweeter fragrances in summertime as well, but it has something very attractive about it. So I hope the sound is better now, you guys, because I have just realized I forgot to freaking turn on the microphone. Guys, these moments, oh my god, they annoy me so much, because you have no idea how challenging it is to edit a bad sound quality. Like, if the sound is bad, the sound is bad. I don't think there's much you can do about it. But anyways, I hope from now on the sound will be much better. Good thing I checked. Oh my god. Yeah, let me tell you what I think about mango. Again, Jugoso. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. So this fragrance, like the name suggests, you guys, this is all about mango. And this is the most realistic, sweet mango fragrance that highlights a mango accord in all its glory, with all its facets, and without anything darker to make it a little bit more challenging. I feel like last year was the year of mango fragrances, or let's just say last year and the year before that, so many mango forward fragrances were released. In the Middle Eastern fragrance world, you had Ajaib Portrait Dubai from Latafa, you had Mango Bliss from Paris Corner, you had, what other mango forward fragrances? I'm sure there are others, one from French Avenue, Tropical Kiss, Tropical Mango. Anyways, I don't remember all the names out of my mind, but I remember seeing a lot of mango fragrances last year and the year before that. But the year before that, but more so last year when it comes to Middle Eastern releases. And from all the mango forward fragrances, I have tried Mango Punch from Paris Corner, by the way. Also, this is the most realistic fragrance, you guys. Legit, this opens up with a rich, full-bodied mango accord. It smells like mango peel, so you have that bittersweet mango facet. That's delicious, you guys. And then you also have that mango pulp, you know, like a very ultra-ripe mango pulp type of mango accord. So you have that bittersweet mango peel type of facet that's a tad green, but again, bittersweet mango style. but you also have the mango pulp that's ultra ripe and dense and warm and sweet. I feel like the fragrance is quite dense, it's quite complex in a way. The mango accord I'm talking about, it doesn't feel like a stretched out mango accord. It doesn't feel like a mango accord that's been diluted. The mango is the star of the show from the opening till the dry down, you guys. And I feel like this is the only fragrance that I have tried myself with such a highlighted mango accord. This is all about mango, like I've mentioned, mango in all its glory. And it doesn't have any other deeper, darker, richer note to support the mango accord. I don't know what it has listed, but I can tell you for sure the mango is the star of the fragrance. It feels so ripe, you guys. It's that type of mango that's so soft and mushy in a way. The pulp I'm talking, and if you were to leave it on the side for 1 or 2 days, it would go bad. You know, in like 1 or 2 days, that's the level of, that's how ripe this mango accord feels. Now, as the fragrance develops here on paper, I'd say the mango loses that sweet and bitter quality of the mango peel, and the mango pulp loses a little bit of the body, and the fragrance starts to go much more airy, much more breezy, much more light, and it resembles the smell of mango juice. Legit, the smell of mango juice. So it starts off from smelling like a very realistic, ultra ripe mango with everything, with the pulp, with the peel and everything. Then it goes into the mango juice direction. It gets a little bit more airy, a tad powdery, but nothing too powdery, you know? No, this is a fruity, musky type of mango. But even though the musk here, I do pick up something musky. It's not a musk that translates as this crisp musk or powdery musk or a musk that's dosed too much. To me, the musk just adds this airy, breezy touch throughout the fragrance. So as it starts to develop here, it loses some of the body, some of the richness, and it just goes more and more airy. You have these airy facets peeking through. Yeah, but without taking the shine away from the mango. This is all about mango. It's the sweetest I've tried. It's the most simplistic. Also, it's the most straightforward mango I've tried. I think this will be an amazing release for those who are looking for this exact thing. The most photorealistic, highlighted, straightforward mango accord without anything dark. Keep in mind, this is very sweet, you guys. Very sweet. It has that beautiful mango sweetness, you know. Now, let me touch quickly on gender. If you're a man and you were thinking to try out this fragrance, but perhaps you are a little bit scared of the level of sweetness, I can tell you it is sweet. Even as it goes from the hard part till the dry down, it does maintain a lot of sweetness. Perhaps if you are looking for a mango fragrance that you can wear and you don't want it to be too sweet, I would actually recommend you to try from Paris Corner Mango Bliss. That is a sophisticated, that's a statement mango with something green in the background, with a woody type of accord. That's all in all much more of a complex, dark, deep and full of dimension type of mango. However, if you are looking for a straightforward mango fragrance with mango in all its glory, this is the fragrance. Look no further. I've also tried the Mango Punch, completely two different fragrances. Mango Punch smells citrusy, you guys, smells refreshing, smells zingy, smells acidic, smells sparkling, citrusy, everything citrusy about the fragrance. I can say I pick up much mango in that fragrance, whereas this one, Mango Jugoso, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's all about the mango. So two beautiful releases. One if you're a mango lover. The second one if you love those summery mocktail style of fragrances. Like I've mentioned in other videos, I love to eat mango. I don't know if I love to wear it in a fragrance format, you guys. I'm not really sure. I don't think I fit the target audience for this fragrance. But still, with all this in mind, it's still a very beautiful fragrance. Like, nothing to complain scent-wise. Absolutely nothing to complain. Now let's move on to the other fragrances that I have decant of. You guys, let's start with the fragrance that I genuinely don't even know what were they thinking. I don't know, you guys. I have such mixed feelings about this fragrance. I cannot even put into words. This is called Wayward Charlie. And this is their inspiration of cocaine from Frank Boclet. I have not smelled cocaine, but I'm guessing by the name and by how I smell, by what I smell in this fragrance, this is supposed to be that narcotic floral fragrance. I don't know, what can I tell you? Try it at your own risk. Don't blind by this fragrance. Like, one thing, please do not blind by this fragrance, because you need to have such a specific taste when it comes to fragrances to be able to appreciate something like this, to be able to pull it off, to be able to wear it, you guys, to wear it and to enjoy it, you know? Yeah, wow. I just got all the hair out of my face, and now let me tell you how this fragrance smells like. Do you even see the color, you guys, this fragrance has? Unbelievable. This is strong, you guys. So this in the opening smells so camphorous.
It smells like mothballs with the smell of camphor essential oil. Mix the two. Yeah. This opens up with a very... I don't even know how to describe this type of accord. Heady, animalic borderline tuberose. So imagine you have this ultra rich and dense and heady, a tad animalic of a tuberose. A little bit more of a vintage old school take on a tuberose accord, not this very modern chic type of tuberose. It's a little bit green from the tuberose, but then as I smell this fragrance, it's almost like you take that tuberose and you pour on top of it a lot of camphor essential oil, you guys. It has this green, like overemphasized green, mentholated, cooling camphorous facet. Yeah, this has something that makes me think of the smell of naphthalene. Oh my god. And mentholated, very mentholated, but surprisingly, the way this fragrance evolves, it's unbelievable. See, now, when I smell it now, I'm thinking, who would even enjoy such a fragrance? Like, what to even tell you? Like, if you enjoyed that type of fragrance and the other from this brand and the third brand, this is your cup of tea. I don't know what fragrances you need to enjoy for the opening of this fragrance to be your cup of tea. Yeah, definitely very challenging, very challenging. I'd say this is more of a mature, complex, bit more of an obscure, not really weird, but obscure, definitely. Smells a little bit dated in the opening, but maybe smells dated in my mind because I associate the opening with the smell of naphthalene, I don't know. But the way this fragrance develops, wow. However, even though I have mentioned that the way this fragrance develops is wow, please don't think about blind buying this fragrance, because you still need to go past the opening part to get to the heart and to the dry down of this fragrance. So if you don't enjoy the opening, like you completely, like you cannot tolerate it, how can you do like, I don't know, like 10 sprays of this fragrance and then wait for the heart part? Yeah. Though I can appreciate it from a creative perspective, this is definitely very unique, very edgy, you guys, in a league of its own for sure. Is it the most wearable? I don't think it is. Is it one of the most unique fragrances I've tried? Yes, it is. Is it a challenging fragrance? Definitely, for sure. Would I ever consider wearing it? No, I would never wear something like this. I don't feel like I have the attitude, nor the age, nor anything that is required to pull such a fragrance. But let me tell you how it evolves. Let me tell you how it evolves, because I do enjoy how it smells in the heart and in the dry down, but still I cannot get past the opening. So you guys, this is all about a narcotic floral accord. A lot of jasmine and a lot of tuberose. The tuberose has a little bit of greenness. The jasmine also feels like quite, not really full on indolic, but both the tuberose and the jasmine are more your old school take on a floral accord, on a white floral accord. So they feel rich, they feel strong, they are very present, they are very heady, you guys. And slowly but surely, out of the depths of the fragrance, I start to pick up sweetness. And let's just say, give this fragrance like 20 minutes, and that camphor that in the opening smelled essential oil-esque, borderline in the opening, now slowly but surely it moves more and more in the background. I can't say that you lose it completely, because I even like, I don't know, like 4 hours later when I smell the fragrance, even though completely different notes and accords shine to my nose, but I can still smell like a pinch of that camphor smell. You know what I mean? So be prepared for that. Yeah, but all in all, the white floral accord moves forward, very rich, very heady, very decadent, a little bit of an old school floral. I pick up honey, you guys. I pick up something that smells like a warm, borderline syrupy honey facet, but it's a little bit stretched out in a way. It's not as syrupy dense. Something vanillic, a little bit of tobacco starts to shine. The tobacco feels dry. Surprisingly, the tobacco is a very wearable tobacco accord. For some reason, the tobacco accord could have something from the tobacco accord used in Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford. It's a tobacco accord that is just dry and sweet. It's not damp, it's not wet, it's not paired with patchouli, so it doesn't have, again, a green undertone. It's not paired with a very pronounced woody accord, so it doesn't feel like a very dark type of tobacco. It's a tobacco accord that's quite neutral, quite dry, a little bit of sweet as well. Yeah, so it's the tobacco with the honey, a little bit of vanilla, and that heady floral bouquet, and then the camphor smell in the background. And as this fragrance evolves, you guys, I do have to say, like, the texture changes a little bit, you know, from feeling essential oil-esque to very heady yet rich yet airy. It starts to feel a little bit more dense, a little bit more warm. The honey all in all rounds the fragrance with something a little bit caramelly. The tobacco adds some depth but doesn't add much darkness. So I would say this is a complex fragrance. I have not smelled cocaine from Frank Boclet to be able to tell you if they did a good job duping the fragrance or not. But what I can tell you is that if you are looking for an edgy fragrance from Paris Corner, perhaps if you are looking to be shocked, why not when you're testing some fragrances? If you are looking to try a fragrance that's perhaps so out of your comfort zone, something that you don't smell a lot in your day-to-day life, something that you want to shock your senses a little bit, this one, Wayward Charlie, is a good one to take into account, but a decant, I'd say, a decant. I don't know. If you wear this fragrance, let me know how does it smell like to you. Let me know what you think about that camphor smell, that naphthalene undertone. Yeah. But now the vibe, like the energy of this fragrance, I don't know why, it makes me think of a more mature woman. She's very confident within herself. She doesn't give two damns if you like her, if you think she's great, if you don't think she's great, if you enjoy how she dresses, how she behaves. It's that type of woman that doesn't give two damns about what other people think about her. She is just being herself, bold, courageous, loud personality. I don't know, in my mind she's a smoker and she's wearing fur. Legit, this is the image I have in my mind when I smell this fragrance, like a woman perhaps in her 60s, early 70s, why not? She's wearing a fur jacket, like that very old school vintage fur jacket, like her lips are red, you know, a little bit wrinkly but red. Yeah, she has a beautiful pair of vintage sunglasses and she's just enjoying a cigar and wearing this fragrance, and she's just enjoying life. She's bold, she's courageous, she's daring, she's not afraid to shake up a little bit the boat, you know. Yeah, this is the image I have in my mind when I smell this fragrance. So from this perspective, wow, bold and courageous for sure. Now, of course, just because I don't like it doesn't mean you will not like it. Please take my thoughts and my experience with the fragrance as what they are. My experience with the fragrance, you might have a completely different experience with all the fragrances I'm discussing, so always try to sample first fragrances. So let's move on to the next fragrance. Let's move on, you guys, to Ibisco Nirvana. So this fragrance, like the name suggests, let me just grab a piece of paper. Like the name suggests, this is an inspiration to Hibiscus Mahajad from Maison Crivelli. What a beautiful inspiration, you guys. What a bold, loud statement, yet wearable, because this one is statement as well. This one, Wayward Charlie. Wearable. Again, I don't know. I cannot tell you much about the wearability factor. This is wearable if you enjoy leather. But anyways, let me not get ahead of myself. Let me spray the fragrance and let me tell you how it smells like to me. As a reference, I do feel like this fragrance is stronger than Fragrance World has an inspiration. It's in the foam, with the foamy cap, Artisan. I will add the photo because I genuinely cannot remember the name out of my mind. This is stronger than that, I feel like. And also, like, the volume is turned all the way up, in a sense, like all the notes and the chords feel a tad more explosive in this fragrance. Yeah, you guys, this Citron, it's interesting how it smells here on paper because I've only tried it on my skin. I can tell you here on paper, doesn't do much. I feel like the chords that are a tad more challenging shine more than they shine on my skin. But this opens up with a minty accord, you guys. Refreshing, cold, green aromatic minty facet with a tart pink rose. And with this tangy, I guess, tangy or tart, I'm not really sure. It was the best description, but a tangy slash tart red fruity facet. To me, it's almost like you have a dozens of pink rose petals, but those very luscious, voluptuous rose petals, you know, so they are very scented. You sprinkle some freshly picked mint leaves on top of those rose petals, and then you would pour some cranberry juice on top of that blend. You lean in, you smell it, you get all these contrasting facets. So it's something a little bit sweet with something a little bit tart in the background. Then you get the mint that adds this refreshing green aromatic facet to the fragrance. Then you get the rose. The rose is such a well done rose here. All in all, this fragrance has a lot of movement, a lot of dimension in the opening. Feels like it travels in all of these different directions. You know, like when you smell it, you get the red fruit, you feel it has this zesty almost quality about it. Yeah, but this is a sweet and tart type of fragrance with something green from the mint on a base of suede. The suede accord, if you're familiar with suede accord, is that dry suede accord that has a tad of something funky, but it's just a pinch there that helps to build up the realistic dimension of the suede accord with something dry woods in the background. I'd say this is how the suede accord plays into the composition to my nose. It adds depth for sure, this dry element, a touch of something funky, but again, it's in the background, and you have that tart pink rose on top, you have the red fruity facade, you have the mint, and vanilla on top of the suede accord. I also pick up vanilla. It's such an interesting fragrance. Every time I smell it, I'm not really sure what's with this composition and with all these contrasting elements together, but they make my mouth water. I don't know if it's the red fruity accord with the vanilla, with the rose or anything like this, but it makes my mouth water, you guys. Very beautiful, modern for sure, statement and edgy because of the suede accord, but with this feminine, this sweet feminine energy as well. You know, it's like a little bit of both. When you want to feel very feminine and sweet, but you also want to feel a little bit more bossy and confident, I feel like this is the sweet spot, you know. This is that fragrance that encapsulates both of these energies together. Definitely feels confident. You have the suede here. The suede is highlighted for sure. You should appreciate suede accord to appreciate this fragrance. I pick it up a lot, by the way. I think it's dosed in a right amount because, like I've mentioned, it adds a lot of edginess to the fragrance, this gentle funkiness with some depth as well. So it adds all in all a lot of body and depth to the blend, but at the same time, it's not dosed too much where it's the first thing you pick up. Yeah, I'm curious to hear what you think about this fragrance. If you have tried it, let me know what you think. Now, let's move on to the last fragrance. This is called Celestial, and this is an inspiration to Ganymede from Marc-Antoine Barrois. I pick up a lot of similarities to that fragrance from Lorena, Ganymede. Yeah, that's an inspiration to Ganymede. Ganymede. Now, this is different. This is edgy, this is weird, but still wearable, I feel like. More masculine for my nose, but let me tell you how this fragrance smells like. So this fragrance, this smells cooling, it smells refreshing, it smells mineral, it smells like rocks, you guys, like rocks at the river. It smells ozonic, very airy, a tad green, a tad citrusy. I feel like, and a little bit inky, something bitter also there. Now I pick up leather. I don't know in my mind, you guys. It's like you smell the rocks at the river, you know, so it has that very particular mineral scent with something a little bit vegetational, I guess. Something very ozonic and strong. It's like you get a whiff of this cold, chilly, airy facet. The leather accord, like I've mentioned, like a suede leather accord. Something salty. I pick up something salty in this fragrance as well. It's like, again, a juxtaposition, like a lot of different contrasting and very different, opposite almost feelings. Like, how can you smell salty and then how can you smell ozonic? Because the way an ozonic accord smells is not salty, but then again, it smells salty and then ozonic. Then you pick up the leather, then you pick up this mineral quality. How can you pick up both? Leather is leather, a mineral accord is a mineral accord. It has all of these different, like I've mentioned, contrasting notes to my nose put together. They result into a fragrance that smells weird, but a good kind of weird. Like, beside the very pronounced leathery suede accord, I can't really tell you that, oh, I pick up rose, or I pick up this, or I pick up the third. Yeah, like I've mentioned, I don't think there's a way to describe how this fragrance smells like, because it doesn't smell like something you'd come across in reality. I mean, it smells like hints of something that you'd come across in reality, you know, like rocks near a river, but then again, it's not just that. It's a lot of different contrasting facets put together, but it smells bold, it smells attractive, it smells loud, it smells ambiguous. But if you're a man watching, to me this leans very masculine. If you're a man watching and if you wanted to try something that exudes this masculinity, you know. It smells like a manly man. I mean, when I smell this fragrance, I do think it smells quite manly. I wouldn't be able to pull off something like this, nor would I like to. I prefer to smell this one on my partner than on me, but I do think it smells attractive. It smells confident, you know. It smells confident, and it exudes confidence, because when you wear something like this, you need the confidence to pull off such a weird fragrance, but again, a good weird, you know, not simply because it's weird, it doesn't mean it's a bad fragrance. No, a good kind of weird, but still weird. But yeah, beautiful fragrance, you guys. Very edgy and ambiguous, and again, the juxtaposition, I hope that's the word in English, that means a lot of different contrasting facets put together. So yeah, those are my thoughts on these fragrances. Thank you so much for watching. I feel like this video had a little bit of everything. Don't forget to let me know what you think about these fragrances, if you have tried any of these fragrances. If you have any questions, perhaps I have forgotten to mention anything, make sure to write it down in the comment section, and I promise that I will get back to you. I will see you in my next video, guys, but until then, I want to wish you an amazing day wherever you are. Bye, guys.